Hey, Sil, how you doing? By the way, Jay, I forgot to tag you in the tweet, but here's a link to the tweet in chat.
Okay. I forgot to add everyone in Discord.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, sorry about that, Phil. I'm glad you're doing well.
You be like that?
It do.
We just come up and start talking.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe you didn't tag me in the tweet.
Well, to be fair, I didn't tag myself either.
What good is it then?
Hey, Goemon, how you doing?
Hey, Goemon. This link just brought me to the stream.
You clicked the wrong...
Clicked the wrong thing. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You'll retweet.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited to be sharing NES music.
Me too. Oh God, this is so hard.
It's so hard picking just a small selection of tracks. This time, like we went a little overboard last time. We didn't have guidelines. This time, 17 tracks each. That should equal to around an hour of music for the playlist. So
tough.
It's so hard.
Tough. And like there's so many good tracks like per game.
Yeah. Like we came across a few like game soundtracks and it was hard to not just pick like the whole soundtrack.
I mean we did pick the whole soundtrack,
we
but
did,
not for tonight.
Yeah, those will be in later playlists. But yeah, we're trying to limit it to 1 to 2 per game. Like with me, I've only got 1 per game for this selection tonight.
Yes.
But,
and I have some possibly controversial picks. We'll see.
Ooh, as controversial as Bram Stoker's Dracula for the Game Boy?
God. Okay. You have to tell me right now.
Okay.
Did you pick any Jero and Tell?
I did not. No.
Thank you. Jesus.
Like, I'm curious. I'm curious to hear some of his other work, but no, like I was telling you earlier, aside from 1 track, my entire selection is Japanese composers.
Good. Safe then.
No
Japan
Jero and Tell this time.
Good.
But next time.
And oh boy. And don't get me wrong. I like the tracks. I like the tracks.
Oh yeah,
they're good tracks. I don't have a problem with that.
No, but it's the kind of thing you need to have very small samples of it. Like we listened to 3 tracks by Jae and Tell.
Jae and Tell tracks.
Yeah. But no, I'm actually I'm not too familiar with his work outside of that game. Like that was kind of like
I've
the
heard
first
some
time.
others.
I haven't really. So I'm looking forward to hearing how he worked on some other consoles and things like that.
Yeah. He can make a normal sounding song when he puts it on.
But sometimes you just don't want to be normal.
Clearly,
right? Hey, Kagami, how you doing?
Hey, Kagami. What's up?
Oh, C64? Okay. I am so unfamiliar with music from that console. I'm looking forward to hearing it.
Pretty. In fact, pretty damn oblivious, I would say.
Yeah. I'm also unfamiliar with, like, aside from Komodo Dracula that came out on it, like, I'm really unfamiliar with the, what is it, 6800?
Yeah.
Like, I'm very unfamiliar with other games on that console too, so I'm excited for that one. Finish your homework? Nice. Good job. Hey, Insanimate, how you doing?
Hey, hello. Welcome. I'm trying to figure out what else I need up on my monitor right now.
Right. Yeah. I assume you have Parsec out of the way, not looking at everything I'm doing.
Yep. Parsec is minimized. Don't need that.
Okay, good. Let me make sure that you're getting full volume from me. Yep, you are.
Perfect. I dropped my chapstick. Okay.
Oh goodness, 2 days on
applied.
Hey, hell yeah. I am glad you got through it. Good job.
Yeah. Good work. Oh, I know what else I need. I need my folder with the actual files in it.
Good idea. That way you can stick them in where they belong.
Yes, I can.
I'm going to step away for just a moment, and then I'll be ready.
Okay. I'll stay here, hang out with the chat. So, what do you, yeah, oh, Jesus. Vinny will be back any second. Don't you get an attitude with me, Kagami. Don't you do it. But no, real talk, coding is a fucking nightmare. I'm not cut out for it. Okay, got my tracks. Ooh. I did not. Welcome back.
What didn't you do?
I did not put the... I did not format the titles of my tracks at all to, like, have the game at the front.
Oh, you're talking about the file names themselves, so they're not in, like, alphabetical order.
Well, they are because they're tagged in the... So, like, the game... The game title is in the album info.
Okay.
Like, is that good enough? Can you read that?
The file names don't... Yeah, the file names don't matter but so much. Yeah, I can see all the info I need.
Perfect. Good. Then I won't worry about it.
Yeah. All that really matters is the info that you paste in from your text file is formatted correctly. Yeah. And as long as there's something on the files that match up, I'm good.
Yes. Okay, perfect. Well, then I guess I'm ready when you are. And
okay.
I believe you are going first this time.
Yes, I am, because you went first last time. By the way, chat... go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was probably going to say the same thing you're saying, which is that I will put the command up right now.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
The command, of course. Well, that's not it.
No, it's Scram.
Okay. So yes, we will be largely not engaging with chat while we are doing our sets, but we will, of course, do that again after, or if we need to take some sort of strange mid-set break, which is not a thing.
Yeah.
So please don't be upset or anything if you say something and we don't reply directly until afterward. But we are reading and we are watching. So
yes.
I love to see your comments about the tracks.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's a good time.
Okay, well, time for some good plays.
Hell yes.
All right.
I love a good play.
I will start out first. And, okay, so up until this point, I was sure which one I was going to start with, but now that I'm here, I'm having second thoughts. And
okay.
Do I want you to go first instead? No.
Okay. All right. Okay. Damn. All right. Okay.
Don't take my moment. Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I was trying to help.
Okay, so this track really impressed me, so I think I'll go with this one. This is stage 1/3/6. It's recurring from Cowboy Kid. The composer is, I lost my composer information. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
View by view by view. Yeah. This? No. I swear I was prepared.
Oh, I believe you.
I just didn't expect information to stop displaying when I move things over. Okay. Anyway, composer is Iwata Masaharu.
Sick.
Yeah. All right, here we go. It's really damn good.
It is so good. Yes, I love this track. The tempo and just it never stops despite going through several different movements, which I really appreciate.
Yeah, exactly.
It just keeps that momentum going.
Yeah, and I really like that, clearly they went for a Wild West sort of sound to it, but they didn't limit it to trying to make it sound, like, authentic. Like, they added a lot of, tempo and instruments that you typically wouldn't hear in a composition like that, and I think that's what really makes it stand out. Like, they didn't shy away from the fact that it was on a video game console.
Totally. Yeah. No, it is. I have heard this track before, and it is always a treat every time I hear it come up. It is just so good.
This game actually has a great overall soundtrack too. Like I pulled a few tracks from it. This is just the one that won out. But no, this game sounds amazing. All right.
Okay. I think I'm going to start off with one of my less impressive picks. Okay. That doesn't mean it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just, I like this track. I think it's good. I think of the tracks that I picked, it is, among the weaker of them, but I still think it's worth listening to. This is from Bard's Tale, Tales of the Unknown.
Mm-hmm.
The track is the battle theme, and the composer is Goro Takahashi.
Ooh. All right. And also, just as a reminder, don't forget to paste the information into the text file like I forgot to when I started.
Oh, I did, and I saved it. So is that a different file then?
It's going to be, that's the folder. It's in Game Music Scramble. That is in Veni J Share, and it's called Game Music Scramble.txt. Like right out there.
Yeah. Yep. So
do we have a desync? What's going on? A save again?
Okay. You know what? I'm going to open the file clean.
Okay, good.
I see it says Cowboy Kid here.
All right, that's good. That means my info went to you. Hey, there it is. Okay, cool.
There we
go.
Perfect.
All right. Battle from Bard's Tale, Tales of the Unknown. It's really good.
That is battle-ass battle theme, isn't it?
That is such a battle theme. I love the poppiness to the percussion. Like it has such sharpness to it.
Yes. This is a weird game. So this is a game I actually played. I'm very familiar with. I actually owned the cart for it. I was not expecting such good music from this game based on like just kind of starting it and going through it and like making it's an RPG, like making the characters and the party and whatnot, and then like this battle theme was such a fresh feel to the game, and it really made it for me. Like it made that game worth playing, basically.
Yeah, no, like this has a lot of energy to it, And yeah, I could see playing it just looking forward to hearing this track again.
Totally. Oh, and there's more like other I mean, literally it's called a bard's tale. You have a bard, or you can have a bard in your party, and they can actually change the battle music by using a skill.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
And some of it's really good. I actually was thinking about picking some others, but really trying to pull from different games. I have a few duplicates for other games that.
Awesome. Yeah, I like that a lot. I am just such a sucker for battle themes anyway.
Me too. Yes, always.
Okay, so my next one, this one is, I feel like it is on the higher end of popular NES tracks, like it's under all of the mainstays, the Zeldas and Metroids and all of that. So I would say like it's at the top of the slightly lesser known, but I had this game as a kid. I loved it. I love the music for it, so I had to pick it. And that is Dungeon from Star Tropics. I really like this game a lot.
Yeah. I don't think of Star Tropics as too mainstream, honestly.
I feel like this particular track is pretty well known for people who are really into retro video game music. So that's what I mean.
Fair.
Yeah, like of the like slightly deeper cuts, it's like at the top. But it is still, you still have to dig a little bit to get to it. And composer is Yoshio Hirai. This has such a fun groove to it. I love it.
It really does. I love the vibe of this game in general.
Me too. This is a game that like we are going to play through the whole game on stream. We have to.
Yes.
I have fond memories of it. I know we like messed with it some a while back, and there, like right off the bat, there are some really obtuse things that like we're going to have to resort to a strategy guide on several occasions, I'm sure.
Of course. Yeah.
But no, I really love the vibe of this game. It has a lot of varying elements that they kind of all throw together, and it's really good. I heard this track a lot when I was a kid. This game made a big impact on me. I never played the original Zelda until I played the original Zelda on the GameCube on the Zelda promotional disc. That is the first time I played the first Zelda. And Zelda 2. That's the first time I played either of those games. So when I was younger, this is what I had as far as games that play sort of like Zelda. And yeah.
This game, this is such a game to have as a kid.
Oh, it is.
Which,
so is.
Like, it's crazy because I didn't have this game. I never played this game until I was an adult.
Right.
And the feeling of this game, it feels like being, I don't know, 11 or 12, summer, no school.
Yep.
Star Trek.
Yes. Oh,
that is just, and it's so weird because it's not nostalgia. I never even heard of this game until I was like 23.
Yeah.
It's just such a good vibe.
It just has that feel, and I am so excited to dig into that feel with you.
Yes.
It's good.
Too.
Yeah, and not to keep talking about the same game, but I just wanted to mention a fond memory I have of it, and that is I got this game used, so I didn't have the instruction manual, I didn't have the box or anything. But later on in the game, there is a passcode that you need, I think, to activate a submarine, if I remember correctly. And the passcode is on the box cover or in the instruction manual, one or the other. So I didn't have them. So I remember I remember getting my dad to call the Nintendo help hotline.
Oh my god.
And they were like, "Oh yeah, we get calls about this a lot. Here's the passcode." And the passcode is 747. I will never forget that for the rest of my life.
So now if anyone else needs it, just call them.
Exactly.
God, that is that is so good.
Yeah, I just had to share that. Okay.
All right. Let's hear from a sports game.
Ooh.
I say that sort of with an asterisk by it. Let's hear from an anime game. Let's hear from a sports game. Let's hear from Captain Tsubasa, Volume 2, Super Striker. We're going to hear opening. Composers are Keiji Yamagishi, Mikio Saito, and Mayuko Okamura.
Okay. Don't see the file. There it is.
Yamagishi. There's only 4.
Well, there was only 3, and I had to reload the whole folder. Okay, here we go.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's really good.
I am a big fan. This is such an anime track.
It's such an anime track. Like, it carries all the appropriate emotion and determination that an anime track should. Okay, here's a question. Do you know if this is a rendition of an actual anime theme, or is it original to the game?
I have no idea.
Okay. Because I'm not familiar. I'm familiar with the anime. I've never watched any of it, but I know of its existence and its general thing going on.
I assume that it could be an adaptation from the anime.
Yeah, it seems like
it has that feel to it. I've only seen the Spanish version of the anime, which I believe is called Benji and Oliver.
Whoa.
Because I had a roommate who was Spanish and he really liked that show because we were both into soccer.
Yeah.
And and that had a different intro. That had a different opening.
Yes.
Yeah, it was in Spanish. And yeah, so yeah, I'm not sure on that, but regardless, like, such a good track.
Yeah, it is.
I am a big fan. I love the... I don't even know if it's a key change in the second part right there, but if it's not a key change, it is at least a like simulated key change. Like the key kind of shifts down enough toward the end of the first part that you get the feeling of a key change. So, yeah. Is that the first one?
Oh, it's so a key change.
Is it? Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so good. I love that.
There are few things that will give me like goosebumps, like an anime key change.
Oh, totally. Key change is something I honestly need to implement into my own music more. It's not something I mess with too much, but I always love hearing it. Always love hearing it. So it is. I don't know. Why I don't mess with it.
You have to mess with the key change.
I do. You are right.
Do it for me, if nothing
else. I will.
Hey.
Okay. So, I think to respond to your anime game track, I will be doing an anime game track of my own. This is the main theme from Golgo 13, The Riddle of Icarus.
Ooh. Okay.
Released in the US as The Moffat's Conspiracy. I actually had this game. I don't know why or how, but I did.
Yeah, that's interesting. I passed over this because I knew that you were looking at it. So
yeah.
I'm excited to hear if I recognize this or not.
Yeah. Composers are Michiharu Hasuya and Toshiko Tasaki. And this is the main theme. I will say in advance, I don't know if this is based on an anime theme. I actually searched and could not find a mirror to this. So I'm thinking it's original to the game, but I'm not certain. It does have an anime theme sound, though. Okay, here we go. It's a cool theme.
Wow, that is... Wow.
Yeah,
that's
right?
really good.
It's really good.
I'm with you. I watched some Golgo 13, and I don't remember the theme.
Yeah, I don't either. But like,
there is one.
Yeah, there is. And I searched and I was finding like other songs. I actually had some really good songs too. But I didn't find this. But like those first notes have like such a anime opening sound to them. But I don't know.
This part right here.
Yeah. Yes. This track has been stuck in my head ever since I dug it up like weeks ago. It's just so good.
It really
Especially
is.
the first section. It's fantastic.
Yes. Yeah, I love how it it shifts several different times and just gives you a different feel each time. I really appreciate tracks like that.
I do too. This closing is so good. Yeah, I love that track.
Okay. I think it's time, Benny.
Ooh.
I think it's time for me to pull out one of the good ones.
Oh.
We have from the game Gimmick.
Ooh.
The track Strange Memories of Death.
Whoa.
By composer Masashi Kageyama.
Do you know what this track is used for?
It is not used.
Oh, unused. Okay, cool. Because I grabbed a track from this game too. And yeah,
I have another track from this game. I wonder if we grabbed the same track.
Possibly. But okay, I'm excited because I don't know if I listened to this particular track.
Oh, nice. Well, put your fucking seatbelt on.
Okay, I'm ready. Here we go. Notice how that one got 2 loops before I opened my dumb mouth. God, that's so good.
I'll give you a moment to pick your jaw up off the floor and maybe collect your socks that were knocked off. I'm sure that you need a second.
Yeah. I need to grab those real quick.
Yeah. I knew it was coming, and my socks are still hanging off the ends of my feet. Jesus.
You see, like, I brought my Tim Follin clamps that I put on my socks. But I didn't expect to need them yet. Yeah, I had my Follin clamps, but yeah, I didn't think I'd need them for this. Damn.
No, it's okay. How do you not use this?
How the hell do you not use this?
You figure it out. Put it somewhere.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Put it in the credits.
Seriously, yeah, I don't know how you just don't use this.
If I compose, this is just the kind of sensitive person I am. If I composed a soundtrack and this was part of it and they didn't put it in the game, I would be so sad.
Seriously.
I would be like distraught.
Oh no, same. Like, this is a masterpiece among the soundtrack. How can you not use it?
This is a really good soundtrack. Very diverse,
It is.
like soundtrack.
It is.
It's kind of
Like,
all over the place.
It is. I love the soundtrack, actually.
Yeah, it's so good. And I
looking
actually
forward to-
went in.
Hmm?
I actually went in with 2 other tracks in mind that I ended up not picking. Like, I was like, no, this soundtrack is way good. Those 2 that I knew about, no. I'm going with this and another one. We probably picked the same one.
Probably. But no, this soundtrack is great, and I'm looking forward to playing this game.
Me too.
I messed with it a little bit before. I believe it was released in Germany as Mr. Gimmick.
Yes, it was.
But yeah, I think I messed with it a little bit before, but I'm curious to play it again because I was reading that there's a fair amount of similarities between this and what's the Game Boy game that we played with the little
Trip World.
Yeah, some similarities between the two.
It has a similar look for sure. And I just from looking at the soundtrack, it seems like there are multiple endings and such, which is always cool. Like, I'm all about it. Yeah, I'm very interested to play this. Oh, Mr. Gimmick is missing the extra audio channels? Well, then we'll play the Japanese version.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I think we probably both listened to the Famicom version, so I don't even know what it would sound like without that. Jeez.
You know what? Let's not worry about it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't exist.
Let's not even acknowledge that it's there.
Okay. That's hard to follow.
I bet you've got something.
But I think I am going to follow it with a game whose soundtrack I was thoroughly impressed with. We both ended up diving into this one, Dark Lord.
So excited.
This soundtrack is incredible. And yeah, I only picked one track from
mind.
Yeah,
that I've not heard of this game before like 2 weeks ago.
I know, right? Seriously. So yeah, I only picked one track for tonight.
I picked 2.
I almost had 2. But then I swapped it out for variety's sake. But no, like I pulled like this entire soundtrack for future playlists. It's so good.
Oh, good. And I'm dying to play this game. I cannot wait.
I am too. So excited. So, the one that won out for me, and not because it's better, they're all good, but I just had to pick one. And so, this is the battle theme from Dark Lord. The composers were listed as Shogo Sakai, Takafumi Miura, Yuji Suzuki, Yusuke Takahama, and Seiji Momoi. Lots of people worked on this soundtrack. I love this track so much.
Oh boy, God, that amazing soundtrack in general, and yeah, this for a battle theme.
I know.
Oh.
I love how it shifts from this kind of like dark, unsettling tone, and then it picks up to this section that's just like so energetic.
It's
like such a perfect battle theme.
Hyped every time. Every time you fight.
Every time.
And that is so important, especially for like NES RPGs and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you have to love that battle theme because you're going to be hearing it a lot.
Yep. And of course, we're going to be hearing more tracks from this even tonight, but like, can we just talk about how good this percussion is?
It's so good.
And
you said that this game does not
from what I can tell,
additional sound chips?
Yeah, from what I can tell, from what I've looked into, I could be wrong, but I was using what is the site? VGM Rips, I think. So like they should know they're using the actual chips and stuff in their emulation of the tracks. Yeah, it is just using the basic NES chip and nothing additional, which is really impressive because the percussion is so good.
Amazing. Yeah, that is such a good track. Yeah, I love the disparity between the two sections.
I know, like, it's so good.
It gives you that feeling that I love from video game music of like, I don't know, things aren't looking so good, and then suddenly you get like that hit of determination, and you're like, no, fuck that, we can do this.
Yeah, that's what's so good about this. They did it wrong. This is the kind of transition you get for the final battle theme. This is the kind of transition where like you get like the main theme that plays on a major chord like after the kind of dread midsection, but they just do it for a normal battle theme, and that's so smart.
It really is.
That's typically not what you're supposed to do, but they did it and it works. I love that.
Okay. Let's step back a little bit. Let's chill out.
I like chill.
Chilling's good. Let's chill. That was intense. Let's go with something maybe a little more well-known. This is from Battletoads on the NES. The track is Arctic Caverns by composer David Wise.
Hell yeah.
In the Arctic Caverns.
I love the stepping motion to this track.
Yes.
It's really good.
I am a big fan of again, like, we kind of have two parts here.
Yeah.
And, like, to be honest, I absolutely prefer the first part. I love the light feeling of the melody here. And then here again, what happened to the Battletoads? They're in a pickle. Things aren't going so well for them. Zits? Pimple? Oh, they're fine. They got out of the pit spot. It's all good.
Yeah,
Love
time
that.
to chill again. Yeah, me
Back to
too.
chilling.
Yeah, I
Yeah, so
really like this track a lot.
it's got like that nice kind of easy, it's so easy to get caught up in like going for the heavy hitter tracks for NES because
Hmm.
there are so many and they're all really good. But I really appreciate some of these kind of more mellow tracks too, like
Yeah,
just the really easygoing rhythm of this. It feels good.
yeah, and like the whole Battletoads soundtrack is so unique, really.
It really is. Yeah.
Like even among David Wise compositions, it's different. It's really good. It's
Yeah.
always distinct. You always recognize it. It's always a pleasure to hear. Okay. You know what? I think I want to continue on with the slow chill kind of vibe.
Oh.
Here's another track that is pretty well known, but it's good, so we got to do it. And that is Joe's Bar from Deja Vu. Had to be done.
God. Had to be.
It's
Oh.
too good not to be here. Composers are Hiroyuki Masuno and Kinto's group. You ever hear a track and you just want to live in that track? That's what this track makes me feel.
She walked in, put her feet up on my desk. Her legs went from the bottoms of her ears all the way down to the basement. I looked at her and said, "Bathroom's in the back, sweetie. Unfortunately, there's a trench coat with a gun hanging on the back of the stall." I love this track.
I know. I love the sort of like simulated reverb they have to the notes too.
Yeah.
Like it gives it such
really
a distinct
works.
sound, such a dreamlike sound, and that's perfect for the situation in which it's used.
Like this track for that game is so perfect. For that one spot in that game especially is just there's such a feeling to it. Like I actually think about it a lot.
Yeah.
It is fascinating and
It really is.
such a transportative game, mostly just in that one spot. Like the mystery, it's all palpable. Like
it is.
Oh, it's so good.
So good.
Okay. All right. Okay. You pushed me too far, Vinny.
Uh-huh.
You mellowed me out too much.
Uh-oh.
I don't have to take that from you.
Yeah, well, what you got?
Well, it just so happens that I have a friend named Tim Follin.
Oh, okay. I've I've got my clamps.
Yep. Clamp your socks on. And I am not going to play the track that most people probably know from Tim Follin. The game is Silver Surfer. I'm going to play the track called Ranking, which comes up at the end of the game, which is also very good.
All right, let's have it. Damn, that's good. What the hell?
You know what this track is? This is heist preparation music.
Yeah, when the heist that you know that you can't fail.
Yeah, and it's like everything is falling into place. You have your whole team, you have all the tools, you have the plan, and everyone is just getting ready.
Yeah.
And this is the music that plays over that montage, and it is beautiful.
Hell yeah. Oh, that's so good.
It's so good, right? What the hell is wrong with this guy?
I know, right? What was he doing? Like, he was really using a different console.
He really was, but God, he made it work. And like, oh God, it's good. I cannot get over pretty much like doing these streams. It is so difficult to just not pick half Tim Follin tracks every
Seriously.
time.
Seriously, yes.
I have another one. And that's out of the like 7 or 8 that I picked in general that are not to be played tonight. That's right. I had to cut one. Because you had.
Yeah. Yep, I did. I love it.
That part right there, right after the telephone call. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, my next track is from a game that I really know nothing about, actually. The game's called Desamon.
Desamon?
Mm-hmm. This is the menu theme from Desamon. The composers are Koichi Ishibashi and Shotaro Sasaki.
Hey. Desamon.
Here we go.
Let's go.
It's pretty cool, right?
I love that.
Yeah.
That's, wow. Desimon.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I'm looking forward to seeing what it is,
Never even heard of it.
Yeah. But no, I just heard this track and I was like, damn. It's so energetic. It's so uplifting.
It is, yeah. Yeah, I love how it's kind of in general in like a really high key.
Yeah, yeah, but not in a grating way.
No, which is so easy to do.
Yeah, especially on this console. Jeez.
Yeah, this and the Game Boy, like it is so easy to just destroy my ears.
Totally.
Yeah, this is a solid, really like, you can just kind of listen to it forever.
Yeah, I thought it would be a really good track for the playlist.
Ooh. Okay. Do you want to get controversial?
Yeah, let's get controversial. I'm ready.
All right. I have 2 tracks from a controversial selection.
Okay.
I'm going to play... Right. Okay. All right. I've made my choice. That's the choice I'm making. So here's the thing, and we did talk about this. This is a game that was made for the NES and runs on NES hardware. This game was made in 2018.
Aha.
8-bit ADV Steins Gate.
Oh, Steins Gate. Okay. I didn't know there was
information. Let me change it. Here we go. Okay, wrong track.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did not know there was a Steins Gate game that they made for NES. Interesting.
Yeah, well, we're going to play it.
All right.
Obviously, with just the difference in time frame, like it's got a very different sound. The tracks that I heard from this game are all really good, and I picked a few. I had to keep at least 2, but yeah. So yeah, Steins Gate, Walking on Sleeping, composers Takeshi Abo and Jalen Nisperos.
What an interesting track. I really like that a lot. It has such a sort of experimental sound to it, but it sounds good.
You know what it reminds me of a bit?
What's that?
Is you probably haven't seen this movie, but like Revenge of the Nerds.
I have not seen it.
Okay, I won't even recommend that you do, but like it's 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 an 80s movie, like an 80s comedy, like college comedy, about some nerds in college, right?
Yeah.
And this just reminds me of like the musical number that they perform using their computers and other nerd devices, and it turns out to be a big banger and everyone loves it, right? It's a lot of beeps and boops put together to just be so good. And this track is crazy.
It is. It really is.
I am all about it.
And yeah, like it is amazing seeing how much they can do with this hardware, with so much knowledge all these years later.
Yeah.
Like even within the span of the NES's life cycle, like its lifespan, you could see just how much more the composers learned as time went on. Like listening to the first NES games and then listening to some of the last ones, like so much was learned, and you realize that so much of the limitations of that console weren't so much, you know, the limitations of it itself, but rather, you know,
their knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. And especially in the game industry where you are pumping out these games, and of course it's not, I don't think it was quite as hostile then as it is now, but still there was a lot of crunch, there was a lot of deadlines, and like these composers had time to work with these chips, but they did not have the time that someone does today to learn everything that you can do with it. And yeah, that's really fascinating to hear. And I'm actually super glad that you picked this because, like I was saying in chat, like this whole operation we're doing here is about video game music. It's not about music that came out in a certain generation or a certain year. It's just about game music. And this was a game that was made for NES, even if it was made in 2018. Like it runs on NES, and there we go.
Yep, I tested it and everything. I found a ROM. I ran it in RetroArch on a regular NES emulator. Just wanted to be super duper sure.
Yeah, exactly.
And it runs, and so I thought, hey, fair. And I have another track from this game as well.
Also,
honestly,
good.
I picked out 3, and this one was actually one of my probably my least favorite of the 3 that I picked, but I wanted to get a little variety in my set, so
yeah, absolutely. Nice. Yeah, I like that. I'm so glad you picked that too. And I encourage that for all of these consoles too, because I do know, especially like Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis Master System, like Mega Drive. Like I know that there have been quite a few games that people made for those consoles in recent years, and I am so down to hear those too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next track.
Okay. Yep.
Next track.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and get out of the way. It had to be here. I know it's popular. I don't care. This is one of my favorite compositions ever. And it is Ninja Gaiden Stage 4-2, The Amazing Ryu. Also known as Unbreakable Determination. It's had a lot of names, but I believe that the official soundtrack release named it The Amazing Ryu. and even that has had a few different translations. One of my favorites was there was a translation of it for the Musororochi 2 soundtrack, which is an amazing rendition of this, but they called it Vivid Ryu. I always really like that. Vivid Ryu. But anyway, The Amazing Ryu, stage 4-2. This is one of those tracks that's like unfairly good.
It is. It is. It is.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Yeah, it's like it's not fair to so many other tracks just how good it is.
It's not. Oh, and yeah, this is and this is a weird one because I would call this iconic, but I would also not call it so super mainstream that
yeah
I would not criticize you for picking this.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's one of those examples of, like I was saying, if a track is so good, I don't care how popular it is, and this is one of them. And this is a track that I could listen to forever.
And sometimes you do.
Yeah, sometimes I do. Oh, okay. Forgot to update the track title. Well, we'll just have to listen to it a little bit more. But yeah,
Steins Gate really ripped off Ninja Gaiden.
I know, right? But yeah, this track is amazing, and it also makes me very excited for, like I was mentioning earlier, I'm excited to do one of these shows, and I'm not sure exactly. I don't think both versions would be applicable in a playlist, but just the arranges would. But I really want to do one of these share shows where we do official arranges of classic tracks, and we play the original, and then we play a arrange. And I like I mentioned to you before, SNK is famous for amazing arrange soundtracks.
Yes.
And yeah, with this one, there's been several very good versions, but the Musororochi 2 version is incredible just how good it is. And yeah, I'm excited to do that in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. You're right. That is a track you could listen to forever. So I'm not even going to try to follow it up with something similar and energetic. But I will play one of my mainstream picks.
Ooh.
Get a little mellow here with Mega Man 3. The track is Ending
Ooh.
by Yasuaki Fujita.
Just didn't want to stop listening to it. It's so good.
Yeah, this. Okay, I'm gonna pull the curtain back here a little bit, against my better judgment, but like, this track makes me cry.
Oh no, that's totally valid.
The way that it actually crying right now.
Yeah, no, it's that good. It's that emotional. The way that it starts with the Proto Man whistle and like seamlessly goes into the ending theme. God, it's so good. It's so good.
It's the best, and it's right there.
Oh, yes.
And the instruments, the just pacing, everything is so gentle.
Yes.
And it is not like hard hitting. It's not fast paced. But it is so good. And it is like oozing with emotion.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, God, I love this.
Me too. And like, I won't like go into anything or whatever, but like the fact that it starts with with the Proto Man whistle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, this was the Mega Man game I had when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And probably the reason that it's to this day like such an emotional track for me is like, you know, I had some family issues back then, and like this track, even when I was like a little kid, just hit me so hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's that good. And like kids are not very susceptible to that.
No, but it's such a powerful track. It's one of those tracks that you can only describe as masterful.
It is.
So good. The loop point is like perfect too.
Brilliant, yes.
God, love that.
I'm a puddle on the floor, Veni. Pick me up. What you got?
Okay, all right. Let's go with the opening to Gimmick.
Oh, okay. Not the track I picked.
Good. I was hoping not. The track's title is Good Morning.
That was one of the tracks I was gonna pick. Awesome. So excited.
Composers are Masashi Kageyama and Noisa Morota. And I should find it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, for sure.
There it is.
Sure. There we go.
Love it.
So good. I like that bit where it picks up like the pace a little bit.
I love that part.
Yeah, this literally is just like, this feels like a late 80s jam to me.
Yeah, totally. Like, it is just a pop song. That's through and through. I love it.
Yeah. Like, this is the sort of track that you could absolutely just write lyrics for.
Yeah.
And just do it.
Yeah, I love that pickup.
It's faster right there.
Yeah.
Like, it's genius.
It is. It really is.
It's so... Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I love that. It's a very good soundtrack overall.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Okay. I'm going to play one of my Dark Lord tracks.
Ooh, good.
That was a nice lighthearted pop masterpiece. So I'm going to go with Swamp of Heartache.
Oh my goodness. What a strong title.
Such a title. That's like the sort of thing that I would come up with when I was like 15 and I'm making like a
Yeah.
fantasy map and I'm just like, how about the Swamp of Heartache?
Totally.
Gogo
And
Sakai, Yusuke Takahama, Seiji Momoi, Takafumi Miura, and Yuji Suzuki.
hell yeah.
From Dark Lord, Swamp of Heartache.
What a good soundtrack.
My heart. It aches.
Like a swamp.
Like a swamp aches, but in my chest. In the chest, the swamp of feelings. My heart aches. I don't know. I don't know about the title Swamp of Heartache. I don't get heartache from this. I get heart. Yes. Heart good. Maybe not like I'm not uplifted,
No.
but I'm certainly not heartache. But you know, maybe this is what you listen to when you're in the swamp of heartache to help you get out of there.
Yeah, maybe that could be it.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I'm in the swamp of heartache right now. Let me put on some jams.
Yeah. I love
gotta-
these
I gotta-
notes here.
Yeah, this like ding. So good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it really does that part especially does kind of have like an anxiating sort of like
there's a tension to it.
uncertainty. Yeah, tension, uncertainty. Like I will grant you that swamp of heartache.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm also very glad that, like, this is a pretty extensive soundtrack, and this is a track that I did not pull, like, in any of mine. So I'm very grateful for that. I was prepared to delete one of mine, so cool. Good.
No need. Hopefully.
Awesome. Okay. Oh, that's so good. All right. Let's go in a different direction. It was I pulled 3 tracks from this game called Chaos World.
Yeah, good. I pulled a bunch and I actually didn't none of them made it into my
Okay.
final.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah, I pulled a
really
few
am interested.
and yeah, I pulled a few. It was tough choosing one cuz like it's got some good battle music and things like that. But I
Yes.
ended up going with Royal Castle
It's a good one.
because it's the most royal ass Royal
It's
Castle
so
music.
royal. It's the most royal castle music I've ever heard in my life.
I know, right? So composers are Iku Mizutani and Nanten Iwasuki. Sorry, Iwatsuki.
Mm-hmm.
Royal Castle. Such a fantasy ass castle music.
Gonna go see the king.
Yep.
That's it's just it's so matter of fact because we're in a royal castle. There's no doubt about it. There's no
Yeah.
doubt about it.
I heard this track and immediately thought of you, and
Yes.
I knew it had to be here some way somehow.
Yes. In a game with a soundtrack this extensive, I also picked this track because it is exactly what it is.
Yep.
And it's a really good version of that, and it's short too. You know, it's a nice little unassuming, like what 20-second, 25-second loop, something like that.
Yeah.
Does not overstay its welcome and is just like a really good royal castle track. I love how fantasy it is, and I'm actually really interested in playing this game.
Yeah, I am too. Like, I never heard of this one before, but it looks cool.
Yeah, and I listened to quite a bit of the music from it, and it all sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. That was a good that was a Royal Castle track if ever I've heard one. So I'll play something that is equally as on the nose with its title from a game called Metal Max.
Mm.
I'm going to play Tank Vodka by composer Satoshi Katakura. I have never heard of this game. And
I haven't either.
this is the game that I was grabbing the ROMs and I was like, wow, this box art looks really cool.
Ooh. Oh, I'm excited to see it.
Mm-hmm. I am also excited to see it and to see the game. And there are other games too, other Metal Max games. I'm excited to check them all out.
Nice.
So I picked a bunch of tracks from this. I went with Tank Vodka for diversity's sake. But the whole soundtrack, pretty good. But yeah, Metal Max, Tank Vodka, Satoshi Katakura. Let's go.
Damn, that's a good.
Isn't that the most tank vodka track you've ever heard?
It is. They aimed for a sound and they nailed it completely.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, when you go through tracks and you have never played or even heard of the game before, do you kind of try to figure out what kind of game it is by the tracks and like.
Yeah,
I think this is an RPG actually, which is.
I think it very well could be. Like usually when I'm trying to figure out what kind of game it is, like there is no like I don't know. Like the default is shoot 'em up.
Yeah,
and then it just branches out from there what it could be. But like Dead Zero default is shoot 'em up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a really good, really fun track. And it's a short loop, but it's very effective.
Yeah. There are a lot of good tracks in this game.
Yeah,
and I'm like that. Dying to see what this whole series is all about, actually.
Yeah, I'm curious. I know nothing about this. With a name as strong as Metal Max, you'd think I'd have heard of it.
Right?
Okay, so my next track is from a game we've already played, so we'll have to play it some more. It's Konami YY World.
Nice. Which one?
Final Stage.
Okay.
The thing about this soundtrack is it reuses so many tracks from other Konami games that there's not many tracks that are actually original to it, but this is one of them, I believe. Composers are Shinya Sakamoto, Shigemasa Matsuo, and Atsushi Fujio. And this is the Final Stage. Cool final stage.
It really is. Definitely has that Konami feel, obviously.
It does. Yeah, absolutely. Like, this sounds like it would be from a Castlevania.
Right at home in Castlevania.
Yeah.
Very, very much so. I don't remember the final... Oh, no, yeah, I do. The final stage where you, like, go to the alien planet and then you have to, like, escape afterward, right?
Yep, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. God, we really played this game, huh?
We really played this game, and that is why I hesitated to pick this track, because I'll be honest, I'm not enthused to play a bunch of this game again. It's great, but I'm not particularly excited to play more, but this track's very good, and I thought it would be good to include, so.
Well, look, if nothing else, at least we probably have a save state for the game in this
that's true.
level. So,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I got a track for you.
Ooh. I like tracks.
I know you do. And this one is actually, I'm going to give a special thanks to our good Beach Boy Goemon, because without him, we would not have probably known about this game at all. And I like a lot of the music from it. You know, it's going to be by Osenshi Daniel,
Hell
Increaser
yeah.
Tono Tatakai. I am going to go with Stage 4 music by composer Tsukasa Masuko by Osenshi Dan. Stage 4. Tsukasa Masuko.
It's hold on.
Increaser Tono Tatakai.
Just a moment.
By composer Tsukasa
I just need to make it appear.
Masuko. The track, the file name starts with Tsukasa with a T, Masuko. If that helps.
Okay. Yes, it does.
From the game by Osenshi Dan, Increaser Tono Tatakai, Stage 4 by composer
Here we go.
Tsukasa Masuko.
Love this track. Oh, by the way,
really
you need to update the file.
What? I updated it.
Oh, the title still says Konami YY World.
Said it so many times, too.
There it is.
You would have thought that it would have updated just for me saying it. I really like how this track feels like the Stage 1 music that I'm sure you remember a bit. Going for like a victory lap.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, this game, I would actually love to see a reboot of Biosensei Dan.
I would too, because there was a lot of really interesting ideas that went into it.
Really were. And like, I don't know, I'm always fascinated with, alien civilization kind of themes where it's like, oh yeah, this is like a hub where all sorts of aliens hang out and exist. Of course, Biosensei Dan is a little more hostile feeling because of the nature of the game, I suppose. But yeah, I love the sort of like 80s montage determination this part
That's
has.
exactly what it sounds like. Yes.
Really is. Like, I could lift weights to this track and feel right at home.
Yeah, totally. I love that. Yeah, I'm excited. Like, we've attempted several times, but I'm looking forward to like trying to clear that game. I think that's another one that some guide would probably help.
A guide and maybe a little pre-planning something.
Yes.
Because we've taken 2 stabs at it, and I think, but I'm really interested. Game. It is a tough game, yeah.
Like it's not hard to play. Like the game's not fighting against you, but it's just a challenging game.
No. Yeah, and it's different, you know. And when a game is different, and you have to like kind of let yourself be guided by those differences, then it can be a little tough sometimes. But
yeah,
we'll figure it out.
Okay. So my next track is from Tokyo Shire Soul Brain, also known as Shatterhand.
Oh, well, that's less interesting.
I do like the title Shatterhand, but this is specifically.
Painful.
It does. This is specifically the Japanese version. It's Area F. From what I can tell, this track was not in the US release. It was not in Shatterhand. I think, from what I've searched anyway. Composers are Iku Mizutani and Koichi Yamanishi. It's such a good, heroic final level sort of sound.
It really is. And like, once again, would feel right at home in the gym. Like,
it would. It so would.
This is some 80s montage music going on, and I am all about that.
Yes.
It's interesting because I'm familiar with the stage 1 Shatterhand track at least.
Yeah, and that's one of the most popular ones.
Yeah, and this like kind of, it feels like it took one page out of its book, and then like the rest of it is different from what I can remember. And
yeah, there are some similarities among several of the tracks, but
yeah, I do wonder if this is in fact not in the Shatterhand release, and why.
Yeah, I'd like to look into that. I'm only going by like the labeling and a little bit of searching.
Right.
But yeah.
Totally. Okay. I
again forgot to update the title. I'll do it eventually. Anyway, there's a title now that the track's not playing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll be more careful. All right. It isn't the entire level is replaced. Okay.
Oh.
There you go. So I'm going to be honest. This is the track that I'm the least excited to play, and it's not because it's bad. In fact, it's really good. But we've got to do it sometime, and I'm going to do it now. The reason that I'm not excited is because I played the same exact track on our Game Boy section, and when we made the playlist, it only fits into one spot, and it didn't make the Game Boy playlist. And I said, hey,
Mhm.
that's all right. I'll just play it on the NES. So
Yep.
here we are, Jurassic Park, Level 1, Triceratops Stampede by composer Jonathan Dunn. At it again.
Hell yeah. What a good track, especially for a first level.
It's I mean, what can we say that we haven't said before, but it's a good track.
It is. And like both versions are good. Like the Game Boy of course utilizes stereo a little bit more. So
Yes.
it has that. But like yeah, the NES version is also so good. I remember when we played this on stream and I like never played this game before, never heard this game before. And God, it is such an impressive game, both through audio and visuals. Like the graphic style really holds up, like compared to like, you know, some modern indie games and stuff like that. Like it's just got a really solid look to it and it controls well and sounds great. The soundtrack is very good.
It remains a solid hit, and like it's one of those that like I'm not sure, because this was another game that I owned, like I'm not sure if I knew at the time what a good game I had.
Yeah, totally.
But I did play it a lot, so maybe I did.
Love that track.
Yeah.
And
that track
that's got to be the intro. Yeah, that's the intro to the playlist. Like it is an intro
at the
track.
beginning. It's an intro track. It can't go anywhere else.
Nope.
I've heard people try to put it somewhere else in a set, and no,
yeah, and they're wrong. They're wrong.
That's not where it goes. And I typed them an email. Angry email.
Yeah. It's the only way you can make changes in this world.
Yep. I say, you apologize to Jonathan Dunn.
Okay, so my next track is the main theme from Kujaku 02. It's another track that I'm not very familiar with, another game rather. The first game was on NES, and the second game also on NES, obviously, but I believe there was a Sega Genesis version as well. That might be a little more popular, but there was indeed a Famicom version. And the composer is Takeshi Yasuda. I love the drum kick in this track.
Absolutely, so good. I also like the part where the track blasts off into this.
I know, right? It was so unexpected.
Yeah, I really like the melody too. Actually,
yeah.
This is a really solid track.
Yeah, it is.
That little hit right there.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm really into this this melody. Actually, it kind of gives me a feeling of like this feels like theme music for like a tertiary character. And I say that in like with the most fondness possible.
Of course,
tertiary characters
they're usually
favorite.
The coolest. Yes,
they are.
Yeah, there are techniques in this track that when I first heard it, I thought it might be a Western composer.
Yeah,
this was the one I was mentioning earlier to you before we started the stream. That like when I heard this, I thought, hey, maybe this is someone I'm familiar with, one of the Western, but no.
Yeah, I can definitely hear why you would think that though.
Yeah, I love this track. Very impressed with it.
Really good. Yeah, we're gonna. Oh, I can't wait to check all these out. This is such a good thing.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Things are getting kind of sparse. Let's go. Let's dip our toes back into the well of controversy.
Ooh. All right.
Please join me as we dip back into Steins Gate. Update this. Bam. There we go. 8-bit ADV. Steins Gate. The track, Gate of Steiner. Composers Takeshi Abo, Jae Nisperos.
This is a really good track.
Right? That is so emotional.
It's it's very emotional, and it's another great example of just the little things composers have learned that they can do with this chip in all these years. And something else that I think stands out is typically modern tracks are going to be a little longer than the short loops that you would get in the older games.
Very much so. Yeah, this I love the like delay that it has. Kind of in the right after this intro segment. There's something so it almost reminds me of like animation almost of like letting your keyframe hang for a minute before you move on. Like coming up right here.
Yeah.
So good.
It's so good. And yeah, it has that like little bit of delay to it for just a little extra impact. I love that.
Yes. Oh, it's so good.
It is. I also love just the overall percussion, like very good usage of that channel. And also, the intro. I like the intro section a lot because like it's nothing like it, but it sounds like a twisted version of Fairy theme from Zelda. Like it has a similar progression to it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like
very minor.
Yeah, like it's a dark minor sort of twist to it. And like of course it's completely different, but it has that structure to it.
Yeah,
and,
I didn't
I
even
like that.
think of that. That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a flex. That fucking like.
I know, right?
Dragging your hand up the whole piano, like.
Yeah, totally.
Love it. Yeah, I really am into this soundtrack, and I know, again, controversy, but you know what? While people are worried about that, I'll be over here with some good-ass tracks.
Yep, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, you know what? I think it's time for a little Tim Follin of my own.
Uh-oh.
This is going to be Target Renegade, Parking Garage, stage 1 to 3 by Tim Follin.
So far, the only track that we both picked.
Yep.
Amazingly.
Yeah, surprisingly. And here we go. What a strong track.
You know, at first I was going to say, Tim Follin, I don't know about this being parking garage music, but as I listened to it, I was like, no, this is absolutely parking garage music.
Yeah.
You don't do a lot of parking garage activity, but I do a fair amount, and this is absolutely the music playing when you're trying to find a damn space. I like this part right there. That's where you see like some weird naked dude running out, and you're just like, what? And then you're like, okay, back to trying to find a space. I gotta find one around here somewhere. But that's the thing, is like there isn't one, there's only parking on the roof.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Yeah,
I can tell
this track.
Tim Follin's done some parking. Let's go back into Dark Lord.
Please.
Yes. Any excuse. So we did Swamp of Heartache before. This time we're going to hear from Dark Lord. The track is Elves of the Forest.
Another track I didn't pick. Good.
Oh, did you listen to it?
Oh, yes.
Okay, good. Composers Shogo Sakai, Yusuke Takahama, Seiji Momoi, Takafumi Miura, and Yuji Suzuki. Dark Lord, Elves of the Forest.
Another example of just incredible percussion.
Really good. We have got to play this game like soon.
Yeah, no, seriously.
I don't know what kind of damn elves these are, but I gotta find out.
I know, because they have such a good theme.
This is not Lord of the Rings elves, I don't think.
No.
You're not going to find Legolas over here playing a damn violin or whatever the hell he gets up to.
Yeah.
I don't think so. These elves can party, I bet.
Yeah, these are rock elves.
Yeah, I think they're rock elves. Maybe they are trying to kill you. I don't know. I don't think so much. I don't know.
And
this is so solid.
Yeah, I really love that so far anyway. Your picks have been different from mine for this game. Of course, I don't have any more for this playlist, but yeah, I'm glad of that. Love that. Okay. My next track is from a game that I have quite a bit of affinity for because it's charming. The game is Kabuki Quantum Fighter. We've played it a little on stream before. It's the theme for round one. It's It's a really good one. Composers are Masaki Hashimoto and Takahiro Wakuta. Very, very round one track.
Definitely, but it is really solid.
It is. I love this part coming up. I love their usage of the low notes and like really emphasizing the like breaks in the frequencies.
Definitely, yeah. That's the part where the Kabuki Quantum Fighter's hard drive crashed.
Yes. Exactly.
Be careful, Kabuki. Dangerous out there.
Yeah, it's a solid track.
Really is. Yeah. I really like this part.
Yes.
Oh, dial up. Oh. Mom, get off the phone.
Kabuki dial-up fighter.
Kabuki dial-up fighter. Oh, so slow. Good track. Love that. I have 4 tracks left. You know, let's go with a game that I'm a little surprised that we haven't heard from yet. We're going to hear from this game called Dragon Fighter.
Ooh.
You heard of it?
I have heard of it.
Okay. Well, this is Dragon Fighter. Track is Into the Depth, Stage 3. Composers Iku Mizutani and Koichi Yamanishi.
Nice.
Dragon Fighter.
I love that track.
It's good, right?
It's so
Check
good.
out this part here toward the beginning. Really goes through some sections.
Yeah.
Like the there's one part where it almost sounds like they were trying to write like a spooky game, but kind of messed up. That's interesting. This part.
Yeah.
That is such a like a spooky game move to do with the music.
It is. It really is. And I love the rolling notes coming up in the next section.
Yes.
Here. Oh, it's so good. This might be my favorite track tonight.
Really?
Yeah, as far as ones that are new to me. Yeah, this is really good.
Well, I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I immediately knew that this had to be one of my picks.
Yes, I love this. I'm going to be listening to this one a lot. I love that.
It's great. Yeah, same. Okay.
All right.
Oh, yeah, it's your turn. Here I was trying to pick my next track. It's not even my turn. I picked that track. It was so good that I felt like I didn't pick it.
I get that. Okay, so yes, my next track is from Guerrilla War, not the animal. Sorry to disappoint you.
I was more interested when it was the animal.
The track is for Area 3. The composers are Kazuhiro Nishida, Ochan, and Toshikazu Tanaka. A fun track.
It is a fun track. I like the and this is another one that has like almost a lyrical nature to it, and once again, very 80s.
Very, extremely.
Extreme 80s warning. If you're trying to watch your 80s intake, maybe take your headphones off.
Yeah.
You're gonna get an overdose.
It has an interesting loop point too. It does not loop when you think it would.
Yeah, the loop is... That's an interesting choice.
It is.
It's not a bad choice.
No,
it's
but
definitely
it is
not what I expected.
Unconventional, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, here we go. I'm going to play what I suspect is the last Fallen of the night.
Yeah, it will be.
We're going to go with a low-key, mellow, boring track from the game of Pictionary.
Oh, Pictionary.
This is, Pictionary. This is Game BGM 2 by composer Timothy F.
All right. Yeah.
It sounds Pictionary by Timothy F.
Sounds nice and cozy. Let's go.
Yeah, I just wanted to mellow out a little.
Mr. Folan, it's just Pictionary. Calm down.
You know what this track is like you have to go to your grandmother's house and you don't wanna, and you're like, hey Gran, you wanna play Pictionary? And Gran looks at you and then like puts on her sunglasses and is like, no. Then Tim Folan kicks down the fucking front door with his NES guitar and just starts hammering on this fucking Pictionary game. What the hell?
Right? Like, God, come on.
Oh, I love it.
So good.
Every track from this game is a Tim Folan banger.
Oh, is it? Oh, I am so excited to hear more.
Uh-huh. Yeah. He doesn't respect Gran and her want for quietude. And
oh no.
Just a nice peaceful afternoon playing a silent game of Pictionary with no cursing or pelvic thrusting at all.
No, of course not.
Because you can't listen to this track. Everyone stand up and try to not do like a rock pelvic thrust while you can't do it. I challenge you. And if you say you can, you're lying. So don't even bother. Everyone sit back down. Don't even do it because I know you can't. Right? I'm not in the mood to listen to lies tonight.
Oh god, that's so good.
Right?
Okay.
Right.
My next track is from a game called Chojin Sentai Jetman.
Jetman?
It is the 15th entry in the Super Sentai series, which of course was adapted into Power Rangers. I don't think that this particular series was ever turned into a Power Rangers, so this is purely Super Sentai. I'm pretty sure this is the Super Sentai game that we played to just test one time on stream.
The one with one with like the mirror robot boss.
Yeah,
like that one.
It's just a really
I had a
good
great
game.
time. That was a good game.
Yeah, and this is another game that because I remembered it having good music. I didn't remember it that well. This is another game where I picked like almost the whole soundtrack. It's that good.
Yes, I recall it being that good. I think that's probably one of the reasons why we kept playing it.
Yeah, I think so. Composer is Hiroyuki Iwatsukitaru. And this is for Area A, first stage. So damn good.
I can see why that's for adults only, because that track fucks.
Right? God, it's so good.
Sorry, I thought it was super hentai. My bad.
Oh, of course. It's a common mistake. Happens more often than you think.
Mm-hmm. That is just such a jam. I love that.
It's so good. And I feel like this was the kind of soundtrack that it had to be great. Because the intro theme is based on the intro to the show, and of course that's going to be a great track. It's Super Sentai, it's going to always have to have a great intro theme. And so when you're doing the main theme as that, you have to make sure that the rest of the tracks can hold up to something like that. So
totally.
Yeah, they had to get the perfect person to make the perfect soundtrack, and they did. And I love it.
Yeah, they nailed it, and it really it just has that feel. I was never a Super Sentai, Super Sentai follower.
Yeah.
But I know enough of it to totally get that this is exactly what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
So good.
Yes.
Well, I am going to play another track from Gimmick.
Ooh, good.
This is Aporia, which is a boss, I believe. Let me grab the info. There we go.
Actually, not a track that I picked either. Cool.
Oh, well, it's a good one. And I wasn't quite sure where to fit it in, but hey, now I know.
Mm-hmm.
So, Gimmick, the track is Aporia, and the composer is Masashi Kageyama.
That damn bass, though.
Good, right?
It's so good. Oh, I love this track. It has... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I am fairly convinced that I have like a psychic power for picking tracks, because I rarely listen to the entire soundtrack to a game like you do. I just kind of pick one, and then I listen to it, and I'm like, yeah. And
well, I mean, with a game like this, it's easy to do because every track is so good.
It's shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah. This is so good, and it has a certain sound to it that I don't know exactly what you would call it. Like, the best thing, I like. This is just a vague description, but I'm gonna throw it out there. But it has this big industry sort of feel to it.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if there's a better name for that, but I think you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Big industry.
Yeah. Like, it's the kind of music that you would hear seeing a bunch of machines in a factory work and people busy at work, and it has that kind of sound to it.
Exactly. Yeah, I can totally get on board with that.
Yeah. Okay. So, it's time for my last track.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it had to happen.
Yeah.
Composers Kinuyo Yamashita, Satoe Karashi, Castlevania.
Oh boy.
But I wanted to go with something that's like not played as much, not one of the big strong hits from one of the stages. I wanted to go with the ending theme, Voyager. I actually adore this track. It's really good. It's got good emotion to it. It's one of my favorites. So here is Voyager.
I like Picard better personally, but okay,
yeah. Dork. A good ending theme.
I love the cha-cha-cha at the end.
I know, right?
Cha-cha-cha.
Yeah, like literally every track from especially the original Castlevania is iconic, but I felt like this is one that you hear just a little less, and so
it is.
Yeah.
Well, you know, a lot of the Castlevania tracks are beloved for their kind of head-bobbing, driving melody, and this does not have that, but it does have just a really good kind of. It's not even melancholy.
No, it's not
like a little bit.
Like
a little. It's got a touch of it. Cha cha cha. I fucking can't with that though. Cha cha cha. Yeah, it's. I really do love this track. This is.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah. Very complex.
Yeah, it is. The whole soundtrack is really like it's utilizing the channels very well, especially so early too. Like
definitely. Hey, it's Konami.
Exactly.
They don't mess around. They know what they're doing.
They didn't mess around. They did know what they were doing.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, I realized it as the track was playing, but my information was cut off for some reason. Satoe Terashima, I had Terashi. The ma was it's fixed now. That's what I get for reading the teleprompter instead of remembering things.
Well, it's easy. It's easy to let that happen.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's time for the final track, yeah? Well, I think you will be pleased with the track that I've been holding on to for the very end, because I knew I'd be going last. We're going to hear from Ninja Gaiden 3.
Ooh.
The Ancient Ship of Doom. This is the credits track by composers Kaori Nakabai, Keiji Yamagishi, and Rika Shigeno.
All right. God, what a good track to end on.
Right? This was the first track that I picked out of all my tracks, and I knew it had to be the last one I played.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's so good.
I love this track.
This is such a good track. I love the uniformity of like all the Ninja Gaiden soundtracks too. Like the usage of similar instruments, like the bass line in this, the up and down bass line, very similar to Amazing Ryu, actually.
Totally.
And,
yeah.
Like, but it's doing its own thing, but it just kind of brings everything together with such a iconic cohesion, and I love that.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's got an identity all of its own. And
it does.
Each track like has its own individual identity as well, but like I mean this one for me is like this is the Ninja Gaiden track in my life. Like
yeah.
It doesn't get any better than this for me.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, this is such a good one. Also, can we just talk about the strings at the end and how strong they are? Hold on, like
so good. Yes.
The way it comes in is just so good.
Mm-hmm. I also really love that right at the end. It's just like
yeah.
Like somebody just dropped the track in a trash can.
Yeah.
Close the lid. It's over.
Okay.
This is like a romantic track almost.
It almost is. It has that kind of feel to it, which I mean I think is fitting. A lot of closing music in 80s media in general had a romantic feel to it, so yeah, we picked some really good tracks this time. I'm very happy with our selection.
Me too. The only thing I'm not happy about is that I had to leave some out.
Yeah, I mean, same. Like, I wanted to put the entire Dark Lord soundtrack in, and I couldn't.
No, but it doesn't matter because we're gonna play Dark Lord soon, and
yes. Oh, I'm so excited.
It's gonna be good.
Yes.
I think. I mean, maybe it won't be good. I don't know. I'm excited to find out.
Yeah, it's gonna be good to listen to at the very least.
Yeah, if nothing else, it'll be good for our ears.
Yes. All right. Good job.
Good job yourself. Yeah,
thanks.
This was a wonderful playlist, and I'm excited for the video.
Me too.
It's gonna be super, super good. Oh, by the way,
Uh-huh.
before we wrap up, Goemon, did you really get Alberto Jose Gonzalez to retweet our damn Game Boy?
I can't believe that. I can't believe that you tagged him with our video and then he retweeted it. That's crazy.
I saw it as soon as I woke up the next morning, and I just woke up and I was like bleary-eyed looking at my phone, and I just went, "Are you fucking serious? That's amazing." And then I told Veni. Veni was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Oh, it was very good, and I appreciate you.
Yes, thank you for that. That was awesome.
He is.
He is.
Oh, God, yeah. Good playlist. Good tracks.
Yes.
So looking forward to more.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad that we have our format and I have the like workflow and process nailed down pretty well now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just going to be a matter of recording some footage. I also have a better idea of like the amount of footage that we need and to definitely go on second takes of like platformers instead of the first takes because I look
Yeah.
bad. Um, God, the last video, it was hard finding any Batman footage where I wasn't dying. So it's still just footage of me dying,
It's
but it's the better looking footage of me dying.
just Batman death. This is why you don't play Batman games
Yeah.
because Batman's cool and we're not. Not
We're
when it
not.
comes to being Batman, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, but no, you did great. That video slaps. It's good. Nobody
Yeah,
cares that
very happy
Batman
with it.
is
No.
stumbling around drunk in the sewer.
Yeah.
It's no
Uh,
problem.
no. But yes, we'll record footage for all of this sometime soon, playing some of
Yeah,
these games.
soon.
I'm very excited for that. And then,
Me
yeah,
too.
we'll stick everything together and have another playlist video out.
I am into it.
Yeah, me too. I'm so excited to have a decent collection of these and just like we're like above all else we're making these for ourselves. We just
Yes,
want cool music playlists. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having,
absolutely.
3 or 4 that I can just stick on and have them
Yeah.
play.
I want enough to last an evening, which is
Yes.
usually when I listen to these and like
Yeah.
and we're gonna be there within the next few months. We'll have plenty.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm looking forward to time passing too, because like picking the tracks, listening to the tracks is one thing,
Oh yeah.
but when you are like making and editing the video and listening to the intersection points and the fades and stuff like that, you get
It's
kind of
tough.
tired of hearing the tracks after a while. And so
Yeah,
like you kind of need a break before you can enjoy like listening to the video again. So I'm looking forward to in time after we have a few more of these and I can go back and it feels a little more fresh again.
absolutely.
But yeah, I think that about wraps it up for issue 2 of the sharing session.
Yeah, really good. So excited about these.
Yes, me too. And yeah, I'm excited for everything to come because there is got so much music out there.
There's so much more.
And I
Scratching
don't
the surface here.
Yeah, and I don't want to stop with retro consoles either. Like I want to keep going. I want to poke into PS2 and GameCube. I want to poke into like Xbox 360, stuff like that. A lot more selective with those because I want to avoid
Very much so.
yeah, I want to avoid movie score type tracks. I
Not
want
into
to
it.
yeah, me either. Like I want tracks that still have that video game essence to them, and
Yes. And they exist.
yeah, they do. Like to this day, like video game music is still something unlike you hear anywhere else, even that the hardware and technology has changed. Like it still has a spirit of its own.
Definitely.
Other than, there are some that are just movie scores, and those make me yawn, and I don't want anything to do with them.
Yeah, I'm not interested. But
No,
I'm interested in good music,
exactly, and
regardless.
that's what it's all about.
Hmm.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching and listening. It's been really fun, and we'll see you again sometime soon with some gameplay.
Hell yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.